Okay, so one of the things I really like about this defense is we can take on pretty much anybody, any size mismatch, speed mismatch, and all those things because of what we do with every single play. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make every single ball that is being run, this is about against the run, condense that down from a 54-yard field where that running back can run, but into a 5-yard alley. So every run play is going to be forced to not get to the sideline, to not be run behind their initial set of offensive linemen, but forced into what we call the alley. And if you can take that 54-yard wide field and condense it down to 5 yards, it really doesn't matter how good the running back is. As long as you're playing aggressive, you're going to be able to stop them against the run. We'll talk about the pass next. But against the run, so we call it bounce and attack. Our D-line is basically bouncing everything. Our outside backers are going to contain everything. Our corners are going to make sure that contain happens, but they will also become fill players as soon as they see the outside backer has contained on that running back. Our inside backers and our free safety are going to fill everything. And they're going to fill from inside out. They're going to make sure that they come at that ball carrier from an inside out position, which makes it really easy to make tackles. So in a diagram kind of talk here, it doesn't matter if they run sweep or stretch or power or dive or zone or trap or counter or anything. We're forcing everything outside of our defensive line into this alley. Can't run to the sideline because we have our outside backer forcing it back inside. They can't run A gap, B gap, C gap because we're bouncing everything outside. And on the strong side, basically we're taking everything and pushing it into the D gap, which is what we call the alley. When they get to the alley, the ball carriers, then they're going to run into our fill players, which are these three guys. Okay? Technically, they're going to get 4 guys because our corner, once he sees the outside backer has contained and the trajectory of the running back is going into the alley, now our corner is going to be a fill player as well. So a lot of times we'll not only get 2 guys on a tackle, 3 guys on a tackle, we'll get 4, 5, and 6 guys on the tackle because our D-line is coming off their blocks, our corner is filling, and then these 3 guys are already there. And that kind of produces that swarm thing that everybody always asks me. How do you get your kids to run to the ball so well, and how do you guys get to gang tackle so well? Well, it's because we have an overall philosophy of how to do it, and then we force and hold our kids accountable for the effort that it takes to get there. So again, diagram stuff, but you'll see it on film. This is how we condense everybody to the alley. The reason we want to bounce everything, I mean, if you really think about what happens when a running back bounces something, he basically is changing direction. So it slows the ball carrier down. You got that 4 or 5 running back that everybody's looking at, and he's better than any kid you have on defense. Well, he can really make you look bad, but if you slow him down a touch, now you're balancing the talent differential. It forces him to go horizontal. The last thing we want to do is let that kid get vertical and get us in trouble. So it forces him to go horizontal. It takes him away from his assigned hole, okay? It buys time for us to get to that gang tackling area because we all know where we're going. We know we're going to the alley. It breaks up the offense working as a team, and obviously it really frustrates that ball carrier. Usually that ball carrier is the guy that is the #1 guy on that team, and he's the guy that everybody looks to. When he gets frustrated and everybody's looking to him, then it really kind of breaks down the cohesiveness of the offense. So again, if we can buy time for our guys to get there and make that team, make that offense do something that they're not trying to necessarily do and force them to a place where we want them to go, not where they want to go, then we're in trouble. That's why we like the outside zone play and toss sweep and fly sweep because it really just goes right to where our personnel is. We really like them to run to that area right off the bat because that's really where we're trying to force the kids to go anyway.